In this video, we are going to learn about the grid. So what is a grid? So basically, for a great web or mobile experience, the UI visual elements must be well positioned and organized. Layouts are used by designers to add structure to their work, provide consumers with familiar sequence, and create a sense of recognition. So what happens is the users should not feel like they're visiting a new website. There are specific layouts that are used. For example, the search bar is always at the top. The login sign up are mostly on the right top corner. So there are some layouts which can be used to make it more. So grids act as a structure that aids product teams in organizing UI elements so that appropriate visual balance may be maintained from page to page. It enables UI designers and developers to produce more visually beautiful and consistent UIs. A grid which consists of columns, gutters, and margins offers a framework for how objects are arranged on a page. UI grids are horizontal and vertical lines guiding visual element placement, ensuring balance, consistency, and better experience. Why do we use grid system? So grid systems create the structure that is needed. So these are the grids. This is a column grid. So there are 12 columns here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 columns. So you can see the elements are arranged inside the grid here. If there are two elements, they are equally arranged. If there are three elements, they are equally arranged within the grids. So this is the consistency. And there is balance. All of them are of the same size. And then there is hierarchy. So this is the hierarchy. Here the main thing is displayed, so it takes a lot of space, and the less important things are displayed below that. And responsiveness. Now what is responsiveness? So when a developer is coding, he has to make sure that all the information is displayed properly on any kind of device. We cannot be sure that the user will always be using it on a laptop. So it should look good on a laptop, it should look good on a tablet, it should look good on a phone. All these are very, very important. So the grids help us to, arrange things properly on any device. Now we are using 12 column grid for, a website. We can use a 4 column grid for a mobile, but arrange the same elements. So basic terminologies: columns, gutters, margin. Let us see one by one each. So columns. Columns are these vertical divisions that create the structure of the grid. As I said, the mobile can have 4 column grid. These are the 4 columns and each one is a column. Next, gutter width. Gutters are spaces between the columns. So you can see these white spaces. It is highlighted here. This is the gutter width. So when you're arranging elements, you can leave out the space as the space between the elements. Next, we have the margin. It is on both left and right side. Sometimes you might not need it on the left, or sometimes you might not need it on the right, depending on your design. So you can also define the margins. The margins are the spaces outside the columns which define the outer edges of the grid. Next, we have the 12 column grid. So 12 is the smallest number that can be divided evenly into 12, 6, 4, 3 or 2 parts. So designers have a ton of layout options. The 12 column grid is a popular option among the designers, but it's also not the best choice all the time. So why 12 column grid? Now, if you saw previously, there are different things arranged, different elements arranged. Now, if I wanted to arrange only a single element, I could use all the 12 grids. Sorry, all the 12 columns. Now, if I wanted to place only a single element, I can use all the 12 columns. If I want to place two elements, I'm going to divide 12 by 2. That is 6 columns. So, they're evenly placed. 6 columns for the first one and 6 columns for the second one. Now, if I want 3 elements, if I want to place 3 elements, then it is 12 divided by 3, which gives us 4 columns, and each element will take up 4 columns. So this is why, so 12 is easily divisible by all of these numbers, hence it is the most popularly used column grid. So as our elements increase, as our information on the website increases, our number of columns can also be. So here are a few examples for our 16 column grid. It can be used in website design, magazine layouts where you have number of columns, brochures and catalogs where you have number of products, print and digital advertisements. And then we have our 18 column grid, which is popular for e-commerce websites, data heavy applications, editorial design. Up next we have 20 column grid. So a 20 column grid can be used in a variety of design projects. It can be e-commerce websites, responsive web design, magazine layout design, or dashboard design.